Bare knuckle fighting. When we think of it, most of us see it as a male-driven sport with a male-dominated audience, but that's not the case. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside South Florida. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Jason Carter. Host Susan Cingari has become an authority on the sport and continues to change and expand the way we not only view mixed martial arts, but its athletes. And she joins us in studio today. Susan, welcome to Inside South Florida. It's great to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. Excited to have you here. Also excited for this outfit. You are serving the kids. She is serving the kids. You look incredible. Thank you for joining us. Your story is fascinating. And we're going to talk about a lot of things, but how did you come to become so passionate about bare knuckle fighting?
Well, I was scheduled to do a story on a woman who was going to be in the Olympics for wrestling. And she had a team, bunch of team members who were going to interview with. And the schedule was for her to do it in Boca on a Monday. One of her coaches was the coach's coach. And he was flying in, the strength and conditioning coach, to do the interview. The very last minute, much to the network's dismay, with hair and makeup and grip truck and everything else, they decided not to do the interview, the actual interviewee. So I said to the strength and conditioning coach, what can I do to make it up to you? Because you had flown in. He said, you can do a story on MMA. And I went, MMA? What's MMA? I didn't know what it was. But I was fascinated by the sport because I really thought that it was interesting that the fighters hugged each other after a bout. They were honored and respectful to have a true opponent to fight in the cage or the ring. So it was really interesting to me. So the sport kind of really found me.
So the universe intervened, right?
They did, for sure.
I love that you touched on the honor and the culture of the sport, because sure, we see these fights, there's pay-per-view, right. We know the names, we know the stars, but we really don't get into the culture that is bare knuckle or MMA. When people see you though, because as I said, we view this sport testosterone laden, right? Very male dominated, male driven. They see you, you're classy, you're successful. You are an Emmy Award Winning Journalist. How do you debunk these stereotypes? How do you prove people wrong?
Well, I think it's a matter of exploring something beyond what the fighting is. For example, you know, there's a lot of fighters that do charity work. There's a lot of other fighters that will work within the community with troubled youth. You really have to kind of build the story around. If you sit and watch a fight, all you see is the fighters. It's what's going on behind the scenes, the preparation, the dedication, the passion, all the things they give up. Many of them will go far away from their children and train in seclusion for just weeks and weeks just to be able to fight for a fight. So it's a lot of, they do a lot of really amazing things.
Your platform, Bare Knuckle News, is the premier platform on YouTube. What, close to 3.2 million views of people who hang and hinge on every single word and all the stories and the behind the scenes that you give them. For yourself, Susan, what surprises you the most about everything you learn or what you discover?
I think what surprises me the most is the fact that I'm never bored with it. I mean, I've worked 7 days a week for 7 years doing this, and it's finally taken off. But I'm not bored with it. I'm still fascinated with it. You know, I'll go to a fight, and it's kind of the David and Goliath thing. There'll be the underdog and the other person, and you know, both of the fighters you know, and you want them both to win, and you know them both. And when they win, they will walk over and hug each other. And it's just a matter of, it's just a different sport. It's not a sport of ego, because of course, don't forget, it's got the mixed martial arts as its upper level. So it's more cerebral. And it's really based on one fighter alone. It's not a team effort. When you go in there, you're by yourself, and it's up to you to do the job.
So when you're watching, I would love to be a fly on the wall. Are you like, yes, get him, pin him down? Oh my God, what was that? Do you get like really into it?
I am really, really bad. Yes, I am the armchair coach. I have my headsets on, and I'll be screaming. All of a sudden, I'll look around, and the rest of the media will be looking. I'm like, oops, sorry. I am the worst. I think come on, you can do it. Yes, you can. I'm the worst. And I like that at home when I watch it by myself. It's awful. It's really bad.
Your motto is every fighter has a story, and for Bare Knuckle News, no one beats you guys to a punch. I think it's beautiful. And we have a surprise for you. Yes, an Inside South Florida exclusive. We have an exclusive first look at your cover for your first national magazine cover with La Palm magazine. Let's pull that up. Beautiful in yellow. How do you feel?
Surreal. It doesn't feel like real.
I'm getting chills. It's so cool.
I might start to cry. It's amazing, you know, because I really believe that if you really try hard enough and surround yourself with good people, that you can succeed. My personal motto has always been, you can do whatever you want to do if you want to do it bad enough. I had a great team on that shoot. I felt at home. They made me feel at home. But you've done it before. I saw you were looking pretty good on Instagram this week, so you got the moves too now.
No, hey, we do what we can here on ISF, but you are definitely a gem, and continue to be that spotlight for the people of that sport, because, as you said, there's a big misconception as to what it is, right? And you are doing the work to tell the stories of everything that goes into being a success in a sport that isn't easy.
It's not easy at all. So many of the people I speak to think that the fighters are not educated. There's a very famous fighter by the name of Chuck Liddell who's been with Chuck.
Love Chuck.
He has an accounting degree. I mean, many of the people are doctors, and then they decide to just go into fighting. It's really kind of an interesting thing. Some of them will be doing a day job all day and then go train at night for 10 hours. So it's kind of surreal to me to be able to see these people with such determination, such passion, and they really love the sport. They really do, and they put their all into it.
Yeah.
They train hard. It's not an easy sport. They'll fight through injuries. It's not for the faint of heart.
It's not. It's a beautiful thing. You can check out Susan on Bare Knuckle News on YouTube at Bare Knuckle News on YouTube, and also where can we find you on social and online?
SusanCingari.com, Susan Cingari on Instagram, Susan Cingari on Facebook, all Susan Cingari.
She makes it easy. She makes it easy. Susan Cingari, Emmy Award Winning Journalist who covers everything MMA and Bare Knuckle News. You are, as I said, a unicorn, and we need more like you in the world.
I appreciate it.